What if everything you've ever known about reality is a mirror reflecting back to you? Not the world as it is, but the world as you are. Most people believe they are small, separate beings navigating a vast, indifferent universe. But what if the greatest illusion of all is the one we never question? Our own perception of reality. Today, we're diving into a profound truth that has echoed through the ages, from the ancient wisdom of Advaita Vedanta to the esoteric teachings of Hermeticism and the cutting-edge revelations of quantum physics. You are not in the universe is in you. This isn't just a philosophical curiosity, it's a transformative insight that can reshape how you experience your life, your struggles, and your deepest sense of purpose. So, settle in, open your mind, and let's explore the idea that consciousness isn't just a part of reality, it's the very fabric from which reality is woven. To begin, let's turn to one of the most timeless texts of esoteric wisdom, the Kybalion, a cornerstone of Hermetic philosophy. Written in 1908 but rooted in teachings said to trace back to ancient Egypt, it declares a principle that cuts through the noise of modern life. The all is mind, the universe is mental. What does this mean? It suggests that everything we perceive, every star in the sky, every thought in our heads, every emotion in our hearts, is a projection of consciousness. The universe isn't a physical container holding us, it's a mental construct arising within us. This isn't a new idea. Over 2,000 years ago, in the forests and villages of ancient India, the sages of Advaita Vedanta taught that the world is Maya, illusion. Not because it doesn't exist, but because it exists only as an expression of the one infinite consciousness, Brahman. You, at your core, are not separate from this consciousness. You are it. This teaching isn't meant to confuse or alienate. It's an invitation to see beyond the surface of things, to recognize that the separation we feel is a trick of perception, a veil that can be lifted with awareness. Now let's leap forward to the 20th century, where science begins to echo these ancient truths in ways that might surprise you. Quantum field theory, one of the most successful frameworks in modern physics, reveals a universe that's less solid than it seems. Particles, those building blocks of matter, don't exist as fixed objects until they're observed. Before observation, they exist as probabilities, waves of potential in a quantum field. Who observes them? We do. Our consciousness collapses these waves into the reality we experience. As physicist John Wheeler famously said, we are participators in bringing into being not only the near and here but the far away and long ago. In other words, reality isn't happening to you. It's happening through you. The universe isn't a stage you're standing on. It's a dream you're dreaming. This idea challenges everything we've been taught about the world. That it's an objective, external thing we must navigate. Instead, it suggests that we are active creators, shaping the cosmos with every thought, every glance, every intention. Let's bring this closer to home. Think about your own life for a moment. How often do you feel like a victim of circumstance, caught in a storm of events you didn't choose, a job that drains you, a relationship that wounds you, a world that feels chaotic and out of control? Now, imagine that these experiences aren't random. What if they're reflections of something deeper within you? Patterns, beliefs, and energies that your consciousness is projecting outward? This isn't about blame, it's about empowerment. If the universe is in you, then you hold the power to transform it, not by fighting the external world, but by shifting the inner one. This shift doesn't happen overnight, nor does it require you to become someone you're not. It begins with awareness, with the simple act of noticing what's happening within you and asking what it might mean. The ancient Hermeticists understood this dynamic intimately. They spoke of the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. Your inner world, your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, mirrors the outer world you experience. If you're filled with fear, the world may appear threatening. If you cultivate peace, the world begins to reflect that back. This isn't magic in the fantastical sense, it's a profound psychological and spiritual truth. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist who plumbed the depths of the human psyche, called this the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of symbols and archetypes that shape our reality. Your personal struggles then aren't just personal. They're part of a larger tapestry woven by the collective mind. When you feel lost or overwhelmed, it's not just your story, it's humanity's story playing out through you. And just as the collective mind shapes you, you in turn shape it. Imagine consciousness as an infinite ocean. Each of us is a wave rising from its depths, distinct yet inseparable from the whole. The wave doesn't contain the ocean contains the wave. In the same way, you don't contain the universe arises within you. This is the essence of non-duality. The recognition that there is no separation between self and other, between you and the cosmos. The Advaita Vedanta tradition puts it beautifully. Tat tvam asi. Thou art that. You are not a fragment of the universe. You are the universe itself, expressing itself through the lens of your unique perspective. This isn't a poetic flourish. It's a radical reorientation of how you see yourself. You're not a small, isolated being struggling to survive. You're an infinite presence, a focal point of the cosmos, creating and experiencing reality in every moment. But how does this apply to your life? Let's make it practical. If reality is a projection of consciousness, then changing your reality begins with changing your mind, not through force, but through awareness. Consider your thoughts for a moment. How often do they run on autopilot, replaying old stories of fear, doubt, or limitation? These thoughts aren't just fleeting, they're the seeds of your experience. The Kybalion teaches that mind may be transmuted from state to state, degree to degree, condition to condition. This is the art of mental alchemy, not resisting what you feel but observing it, understanding it, and gently guiding it toward a higher state. Instead of battling fear, try sitting with it. Ask it what it's here to teach you. Resistance fuels the illusion of separation, but surrender creates space for transformation. This doesn't mean passivity, it means active engagement with your inner world, a willingness to face what arises and transform it with intention and compassion. This practice isn't new, it's woven into the fabric of human history. Consider the Stoic philosophers of ancient Rome, like Marcus Aurelius, who wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoics understood that while we can't control the external world, we can control how we respond to it, and in that response lies our power. Or look to the 13th century poet Rumi, whose words transcend time. Beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. Rumi saw that reality transcends the dualities we impose upon it, good and bad, self and other. He invited us to step beyond these illusions into a space of unity and presence. Even in the realm of science, figures like Nikola Tesla glimpsed this truth. Tesla, the visionary inventor, saw the universe as a symphony of energy and vibration. He once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." His scientific genius aligned with the Hermetic Principle of Vibration. Everything is in motion, everything is energy, and that energy is shaped by consciousness. Let's explore this further through a metaphor. Picture your mind as a projector, casting images onto the screen of reality. The film running through the projector is your consciousness, your beliefs, your emotions, your deepest assumptions about who you are and what the world is. If the film is clouded with fear, anger, or despair, the screen will reflect those shadows. But if you begin to clean the film, to replace those old patterns with clarity, love, and purpose, the screen changes too. This isn't about denying the challenges of life. It's about recognizing that you have a role in how they manifest and how you experience them. The projector doesn't stop running. It's always on, but you can choose what film you play. This is the essence of conscious creation. Not forcing the world to bend to your will, but aligning your inner state with the reality you wish to see. Now let's deepen this with a historical lens. In 1609, Galileo Galilei aimed his telescope at the heavens, forever altering our understanding of the cosmos. He revealed a universe far vaster than anyone had imagined, a cosmos of orbiting planets and distant stars. But what if the greatest discoveries are not out there, among the galaxies, but within the human mind? Galileo's revelations shifted humanity's perspective, but they still left us feeling small, separate, and insignificant. The teachings we're exploring today flip that narrative entirely. You are not a speck of dust in an uncaring universe. You are the universe itself, gazing upon its own creation. This shift in perspective isn't just intellectual, it's visceral, emotional, and transformative. It asks you to reconsider everything, your struggles, your dreams, your very existence. So where does this leave you? It leaves you with a question: what reality are you creating right now? Every thought, every emotion, every choice is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. This doesn't mean you can snap your fingers and manifest a perfect world overnight. Transformation is a process, not an event, but it does mean you're not powerless. The universe isn't a distant force, it's an intimate part of you. When you shift your inner world, the outer world follows. As the Buddha said, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. This isn't a platitude, it's a profound truth backed by both ancient wisdom and modern science. Your thoughts aren't just idle chatter, they're the architects of your reality, shaping the world you inhabit. Let's reflect for a moment. How often do you find yourself trapped by patterns you didn't choose? Habits of thought, cycles of emotion, reactions you can't seem to escape. What would shift if you saw these not as burdens, but as invitations to awaken? What if every challenge, every doubt, every moment of pain was a mirror reflecting back to you the parts of yourself waiting to be healed, understood, and integrated? This is the gift of non-duality. It dissolves the illusion of separation and reveals the unity beneath. You are not a victim of the universe. You are its co-creator. Every experience, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity to deepen your awareness, to refine your consciousness, and to step more fully into your power. This idea can feel overwhelming, even paradoxical. How can you be both the creator and the created, the dreamer and the dream? Yet this paradox is at the heart of existence. The Tao Te Ching, written over 2,500 years ago by the sage Lao Tzu, captures it beautifully. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The truth of who you are cannot be fully grasped by the mind. It must be felt, lived, and embodied. It's not something you achieve, it's something you remember. You've always been this infinite consciousness, this boundless presence. The illusion of separation is just that, an illusion, and the journey of awakening is the process of seeing through it, layer by layer, moment by moment. Let's ground this in another practical example. Think about a time when you felt truly aligned, when your thoughts, emotions, and actions flowed together effortlessly. Maybe it was a moment of creativity, a deep connection with someone you love, or a quiet realization that brought you peace. In that moment, you weren't fighting the universe, you were in harmony with it. That harmony isn't random, it's a glimpse of your natural state, a state you can return to again and again through intention and practice. Start small. Notice your breath, observe your thoughts without judgment, and ask yourself what you're projecting into the world. Over time, these small acts of awareness build into a profound shift, a reorientation of your entire being. As we draw this exploration to a close, let me leave you with this. True transformation begins with awareness. The power to reshape your reality lies within your grasp, not out there in the stars, but here, in the quiet depths of your own consciousness. You are not a speck of dust floating in an uncaring cosmos. You are the cosmos itself, dreaming itself awake. The universe isn't something you're in, it's something you are. Embrace this truth, and watch how your life begins to shift, not through struggle, but through surrender to the infinite potential within you. This isn't the end of the journey, it's the beginning. Every step you take, every insight you gain, brings you closer to the realization of your true nature, not as a separate self, but as the infinite whole. Before we part, I invite you to reflect: what has been your experience with this idea? Have you encountered moments of realization, synchronicities, insights, or shifts in perception that changed how you see yourself in the world? Share your thoughts with us. Your story might be the spark that ignites someone else's awakening. If this exploration has resonated with you, consider joining us for more journeys into the mysteries of consciousness, reality, and the human spirit. Together, we can uncover the truths that lie within. Until next time, keep seeking, keep questioning, and above all, keep awakening.